time I'm with a family member or somewhere, that they say, oh, this food is so healthy, and when I taste them, I see that, gosh, it's so salty. I can't even understand that, how they call this healthy, because those molecules of salt ruin your
Do we want to sing happy birthday for coffee?
ruin your brain.
We could do that. I'll do the regular if you want to do the frills.
Good. You know what? How great it is having a plan. Everybody on the High Harmony now.
Yeah.
What song is that?
Little do scoop, always.
Oh. The Germans, many of the Germans are at house this weekend, so Hellhound is there. Boogie is there.
In Texas?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully they listen.
And a fun story which you will appreciate. He'll be listening. A fun story which you will appreciate. While they were there, they went to one of the Texas club's annual matches. And nobody, of course, on that side of the Pecos has ever heard of Hellhound. I guess.
That was a rude awakening.
Boy, howdy, this is one of the 5 or 6 fastest shooters on planet Earth. And nobody's ever heard of him because he's German. He shoots in Europe. He shows up at the local match and cleaned their clocks.
She cleaned them, took them apart, put them back together, and
They work better now.
yeah, handed them back gift wrapped.
But now it's all on German time.
Yeah, but now it's
Tell America, I love you, and I care about you, and I know God is with us. God doesn't want us to be
Something different about the catalog.
down, depressed, over.
We changed websites
Okay.
because we had some guy running our website that was extorting me.
I remember, but
So
just
we-
how you have this, the stats, like all the info about it, and then
Oh, I think Proxybid upgraded.
okay.
Yeah, unless you're on high
I'm on
bid.
proxy. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't get it. YouTube won't work from here, but it worked fine from home. I did a little private post last night,
Yeah.
streamed for about a half hour.
That's why we gotta check it from here.
Unfortunately, because of this, I can't, but I'm gonna reset the stream keys up tomorrow and start from
Okay.
scratch.
Because all the
So,
shorts are still going up.
Yeah, all the shorts and everything are going, so.
That's why I'm wondering if we're not
This program is
On
sponsored
banned
I
for
don't know where it's
something or
coming
other.
from.
and Angel Care
Yeah, it was
Dialysis
weird, because I went up for a half hour last night, showed my American flag and played some music. My music, so it wasn't royalty issue. And it went up fine. So I'll recreate the stream key in the feed. I just, now that I've started, I can't do it because I have to stop and start again, and I don't want to mess the other 3 up.
Yeah, other 2 we're whittling down.
Well, we're on 3.
Well, so I know, but we're out of YouTube, so now we're just
Yeah,
So there is no
Facebook.
more YouTube?
Well, we don't know.
Until.
yeah, I'll look deeper into it this week.
All right.
but-
I told him to do that. I hate it when people don't fucking listen to me.
Most of those lessons.
Call
Yeah.
888-99-RETIRE. That's 888-99-RETIRE. Hey, it's Jeff, Jimmy, and Mark from the
Hey, a commercial of us right before us.
Sundays from 7 to 9 p.m. on AM 870 to learn everything you need to know about firearms. We'll talk about guns and ammo and our huge auction December 13th for super deals on pistols and rifles. How you can sell us your gun collection.
He auto-tuned
We,
us.
we sound like we're on speed, though.
You gotta cram it all in.
Going very quickly.
Listen to the Gunslinger.
Are they using a compression?
They gotta be.
The answer.
Jennifer Horn here, and the Southern California half-price tuition program is going on.
Everybody turn their phones down so that doesn't blow up.
Private school with strong academics, extracurricular activities, and the same principles you teach at home. You pay half the regular tuition, and we pay the rest for you. It's that half-price tuition.
Richard wants to talk about rifling again.
Schools now. First come, first served.
I think he's got a Rolodex of about 15, and he just spins it and hit and whatever pops. That's the one we go with.
The answer. Find us
No. That's not what I discard.
Boo boo.
I'm Mary Rose. President Trump said Sunday that the U.S. may be having some discussions with Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, a potential diplomatic avenue as the U.S. further builds up its military presence near the South American country with the arrival of its most advanced aircraft carrier. The president told reporters he doesn't want Congress to interfere with his negotiations with Venezuela.
The only thing I don't want them to do is leak information that's very important and confidential and may put our military at risk, or whoever is doing, CIA, military, etc. But I did say, go and see Congress, see the representatives that we're supposed to be seeing, and be open about it. If they say, we don't want you to stop drugs from coming into the country, I don't think that would be good.
The president speaking from Air Force One. This is SRN News.
In today's fast-paced world, professional space, endless projects, deadlines, to thrive, you need mental clarity, sharp focus, and reliable memory. That's why the same company that brings
Facebook one.
Think Factor is designed to help you think better and perform better. Powerful blend of nutrients that supercharges your memory, sharpens your focus. You can stay on top of your work and outshine the competition. After a couple of weeks of taking Think Factor, I noticed a dramatic difference in my clarity, my focus, even my memory. You know what? The longer you take Think Factor,
Is that yours or mine?
Well, it's probably mine. Doodling, a doodle.
I didn't recognize the doodling. My doodles are a little larger and more flowing. Yours are tighter and more complex.
Oh, it just matters the tism that's hitting me.
I don't have time to doodle.
Vertical holsters are listening to us. That's nice. We're not on Instagram, right?
That Kevin.
Hi, Gil Oscardi, host of Real Estate Radio LA. Heard every Saturday, 2 o'clock, right here on the great AM 870.
That's last week.
4 years ago, I met RJB, and we came up with a concept that completely transformed my business. And Real Estate Radio LA was born.
1 year ago. That's not good.
Realtor to being a well-known radio host and agent all over Southern California. If you have the drive and the talent, maybe have your own radio show. Or start off with radio commercials all over Southern California. It's one of the best things I've done, and I've been doing this for 25 years. I strongly encourage you to call RJ today. He'll transform your business like he did mine, and it's going to be a lot of fun along the way. RJ taught me something. If you're not unique, you're exactly the same. And being on the radio makes you unique. Ready to stand out? Get that competitive advantage today. Call RJ at 818-662-3718. That's 818-662-3718.
Hey, I'm glad you're still in, Mr. Enigma. Glad you're back, brother. Hopefully everything's safe and you're safe and you're doing all right.
This should be about ready here.
Mark, Mad Dog. Good to see you, friends. Everyone be safe and God bless you. Let's have some fun tonight.
For AM 870, The Answer. Are you listening? AM 870, The Answer. Southern California's only local news and talk station you can trust.
This live program is sponsored by the Gunslinger Shops. Mr. and Mrs. America. You're listening to Gunslinger, brought to you from behind the Iron Curtain on Radio. That's right.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Gunslingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
That's right. From San Diego to San Francisco, from LA to Phoenix and to Vegas, we are on the air.
And we are all over the internet, baby, so all over the world. If you want to catch us on Facebook Live, on X and Rumble, YouTube is still doing a little something silly. You can find us at Gunslinger Auctions or Gunslinger Radio, and make sure you're hitting that like button, you're subscribed so you don't miss any of these episodes, any of these podcast or whatever you want to call it, but you're also leaving a comment so we can know you're in.
I hate that word podcast. I just absolutely, everybody's always, I listen to your podcast. It's a live show, stupid.
I will trade you podcast for Substack.
Oh,
I don't
it's
even know
more
what that
complicated.
is.
Well, that gives you all the information that you require. Yes, this is a live radio show run by live human beings.
It is because, this podcast thing, every swinging you-know-what and its brother has a podcast.
Anybody with internet connection.
And it's like, no, we're an actual live with commercials and everything. In fact, we have a phone. And Jimmy, what is that number?
You guys, we are live, so you can call in with your questions, your comments, or just anything you want to talk about at 866-870-5752. Let me do it like the boys do. 866-870-5752.
There you go. And I got permission to say this. This is let me see if I can get it right. This is a CS show, not a BS show.
Yes, sir.
Customer service or
Customer satisfaction.
That's right. That's us, guys. If you got any questions, give us a call. You got questions about firearms. You got questions about paperwork with firearms. You got questions about anything, any of the stupid laws that are coming up against us, give us a call.
Or if you got a question on the catalog that just came out.
That's right. Now. December 13th. Guys, it's less than a month away.
26 days and counting.
Less than a month away. Our catalog went up about middle of the week, just as I said it would. Everybody worked real hard to get it up and get her going, and we are on live. You can see every single thing. And you remember, because of the things that have been going on with me, I didn't want to do a real long auction for December, so I said no more than 500.
No more.
550. That's it.
Cut off.
Well, we're at 620.
You can't help yourself. There's too much good stuff, and guess what?
You.
In February, everything that didn't make it in or anything that we couldn't pack into this one already in there. That catalog is already starting to roll.
Well, we're already working on the February catalog. And guys, I brought this up last week, but I'm going to bring it up again. We got John Wayne's daughter, Marissa Wayne's collection. Now, Colt and Winchester, for a long, long time, have been making John Wayne commemoratives. Well, they make a family-only version, and there are 7 kids, and Marissa is the youngest, I believe, so she is number 7. Maybe there's 8, but she is number 7 in line regardless. And they say Wayne family, it's
serial numbered,
and then 7. And we've got 2 of the John Wayne Colts, which are just to die for. Bright silver finish, fully engraved, gold inlaid. I mean, this that's one of them.
Ooh.
There's another one that's blue with the gold.
With the golden. Oh, that's such a good look.
It is just amazing. Now, everybody knows in the early 80s, after the Duke passed, they made a John Wayne. This is the silver lever action. It's in 3240, which makes no sense, of course, but apparently Winchester had a bunch of them. And these things are fairly common. They're still $1,500 if you've got a nice picture box. But they also made one called the Duke. Now, the Duke, it's the same gun, but it's in a bronze finish. And they only made, I think, 300 of them.
See, I don't know this one.
Very limited. Yeah, very, very limited. And the Duke on its own goes for $5,000 to $7,000. So what do we have? We have a same serial number with a different letter prefix, both of them.
Wow.
In wooden presentation case.
Wow. Wouldn't that look nice over a mantle?
Oh, man. You have any idea how bad I want to buy all of these? Oh, it's just looking at this stuff, you just going, oh, come on.
These are going to be a fight.
Every next one. There's even a Colt 1911 that's all duked up. Is it?
Duked?
It is.
Put up your dukes.
I mean, it is just a collection. It's just so cool.
When are these going to be up for auction?
These will be February. We got the date now, guys. It's February 14th. And I keep telling you, hurry up. We're almost done. We're almost full.
Valentine's auction. That's what better way to say I love you,
right? Because we always get art and we always get
the jewelry,
some jewelry. So for December, we've got a whole bunch of really nice art and a whole bunch of really nice jewelry.
I saw some of the jewelry, and it's not just for the ladies. If you guys want to look a little dapper yourselves,
you bet. It's there's just so much cool stuff and so much stuff coming. Oh man, it's just every day. It's kind of like, wow, I wonder what's going to happen today.
Let me ask you a legal question. This auction is on the 13th, so theoretically, if someone purchased a firearm on the 13th, and were Johnny on the spot and got it registered in one darn quick hurry, which is something you can facilitate, they'd be able to pick it up by
December 23rd. Yeah, the
just
store
in time for Christmas.
Yeah, the store. The auction house is 10 minutes away from the Orange location, and the Orange location will be open till 5 to do paperwork for anybody that wants to come in and get it done on that day. Because we won't be back, that's a Saturday, and we're closed Sunday, Monday, so we won't be back till, let's see, 13, 14, 15. We won't be back till the 16th, and in which case, that'll be day after, which we will be there for you. But
you can make this happen.
You can get in there, get your paperwork done. We've got 3 or 4 stations open to do paperwork, so it goes by. You get in there and you get out pretty quickly.
You can get it under the tree, folks. Imagine that.
And speaking of in and out pretty quickly, let's get to Richard at the airport.
Hey,
how are you, Richard?
Good evening, you intergalactic gunslinger.
Thank you. What's going on?
Well, I wanted to ask you about rifling. Is rifling standard with all rifles, or do some have different rates of twist?
Yes.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, well, all rifles are now rifled, yes. I mean, if you buy a reproduction of some kind of, like, let's say Brown Bess or something that's going to be a smooth bore, I would imagine it may or may not be a smooth bore. But as far as rifling itself, all rifles pretty much come with rifling now, and the twist can be, that's all over the Dodge. If you want to take that, go nuts.
Sure, it varies according to caliber, the weight of the projectile, the velocity at which it's driven down the barrel. And there are even some, if you want to get really fancy and you've got a lot of money in your pocket, you can even get some that have variable rifling. That is, as the projectile gets closer to the muzzle, the rifling tightens up a little bit more to make it even more accurate. But I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, and real quick.
Yeah, it did, because I heard of something where some of them would have very little rifling at the beginning, and then toward, like you said, toward the muzzle, it gets real tight. And they did that so they could keep the pressures down.
That is one of the justifications for doing that, exactly.
And of course, rifling is to send the bullet in a spiral like a football, for those of you that are new to the show. So what you're doing, instead of sending out, like in the olden days, we would use a big old, imagine a malted milk ball.
That's about right.
Yeah, a 69 caliber with a smooth bore, which comes out like a knuckleball, which if you've ever seen one of those run, but you could be standing 25, 30 feet apart and shooting and not hitting. Right. That's why you stood in lines, because it was just kind of a crapshoot. Between no pun intended.
Offside kick between a quarterback throwing the ball there.
Yeah, but now with the spiraling, that sends it in a much straighter projectile.
It bores a nice hole through the atmosphere and keeps it on course.
Dynamics,
so aerodynamics, and all. Richard, give us your joke.
Okay, Thanksgiving's coming up. Now, what do you use to open a padlock during Thanksgiving?
Boy, I know during Halloween you use a skeleton key.
What? Stumped.
You need a turkey.
Man, we all drove right past that one.
Yeah,
Man.
That's a double groaner. Richard, thanks. We'll talk to you next week.
God bless you, Richard.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
You too.
Bye. All right, guys, when we get back, we got Rick from the CRPA going to come in and tell us what's going on. And first thing I'm going to do is ask him about that 11% tax.
What?
I know he's listening. I won't do that to you. All right, you're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And we'll be right back. Yeah.
Hey, it's Jeff and Mark here from the Gunslinger Gun Shop. You want to buy, sell, trade firearms? Come and Gunslinger Gun Shops in Azusa and the City of Orange. We've got fantastic selections on pistols, rifles, high-tech and military firearms, plus skeet, trap, holsters, ammo by the box, reloading supplies, laser sights, and all the extras you need. If you have a gun collection you'd like to sell for a big profit, go to gunslingerauctions.com. Our staff has decades of experience in appraisal, consignments, antiques, and more. Honesty and unmatched customer service. Our next Super E-Months auction is on December 13th. You can bid on equipment, pistols, rifles, arms, collectibles.
We're gonna have to do this pretty soon again too.
Yeah, those.
We're gonna have to do this again pretty soon too.
Gunslinger Gun Shops in Azusa and the City of Orange. Or visit us online at gunslingerauctions.com or simply give us a call, 714-939-1172. Learn more about our gun auction December 13th at
gunslingerauctions.com.
Baby, LA lady, seamstress for the band. Pretty eye, pirate smile. You marry a music man. Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
Oh, look who's here. You know, you take a couple of weeks off and everybody forgets it.
I was trying to deal with the YouTube problem.
Oh, likely story. Did you fix it?
No.
But he was trying. Hamming.
Almost.
Yeah, let's just get to Rick over at the CRPA. How are you, Rick?
Evening, Rick.
Hey, good evening, guys. How you doing?
Well, I'd bitch, but who'd listen? What's going on with you?
Well, we actually all have to listen to you. So anyways, so, hey, guys, it has been a great week. I do want to send out some thank yous. Number one, thank you guys for everything you do for the CRPA, having me on every week. We so appreciate that. We were doing a lot of thinking this week because for years we've been kind of held hostage by wherever we were renting or leasing. And I know you know all about that, Jeff, because of what you've went through.
Oh, yeah.
And finally, after 150 years, only took us 150 years, but we're moving into our new headquarters. It looks like we're going to be able to purchase and therefore control our own destiny and not have people coming after us and trying to make us move and do things. So we're in the process of moving everybody. We closed out the old location. We're getting everything built and getting ready to move in a new location, which will be off of Dyer in the 55 and can be seen from the freeway. So every night as people drive by, they'll be able to see the California Rifle Pistol Association sign and banners and things that we advertise. So we're hoping that will really be good for the future as we move forward. And speaking of future, you know, there's that 11% excise tax thing, and no, it's not went anywhere yet. We're still waiting on the courts. Everything that we can possibly do, we have done, and we're waiting for it and several other court cases in the Supreme Court. Not that they haven't been very busy, but they have been. So we're countdowns till the end of the month to see what they're going to take, and so our fingers are crossed, and we're all praying for that.
Yeah.
Amen.
So other things, we have a huge program, and I can't talk it up enough, and I'm really hoping everybody listening to the show will go to the CRPA.org, go to where it says programs, and sign up for the WAVE, which is our Women Armed Against to Vote and Educate People across the state. But we are trying to get 1,000 women to show up in Sacramento. We're working on that, and so if you want to be a part of that, you want to take part on the local level, or you just want to be a part so you can learn more about how to defend your rights. Every guy should be getting their wives, their daughters, their moms, their sisters, coworkers, whoever, to join up for that. This is the largest push for grassroots efforts for women anywhere in the United States, and so and we're able to do that largely because we have great friends and allies like you guys here at Gunslinger.
Well, catch the wave. Come on. Everyone should be helping out with this. This is a big family. And again, like Rick said, your wife, your daughter, you have your grandmother still around. Hey, she probably believes in the same rights and wants the protection that you have. And wants, with that kind of time on earth, maybe she has some more education for these people, right?
This is real women. This is real empowerment for women.
Absolutely. Love to hear it.
Yeah, and a lot of this is, the Democrats and the left keep pushing back and saying women do not believe in firearms, women don't like them, women want nothing to do with them. And this is our pushback to say that's not true and to get those women's voices heard. We know that they're the largest buying market right now in firearms, and so we really want to push that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And also, they should go to your auction because that's a great place to pick up firearms.
I couldn't agree more. We got lots of really cool stuff coming up in less than a month.
And that's another thing I want to say to you, Jeff. You and your staff have done an incredible job. We receive complaints about things people think we should do, but we also receive complaints all the time about gun stores that didn't handle women properly or kids properly. And we were all talking. We never hear anything negative about either one of your shops. We always hear positive stuff, and so we just want to say thank you for doing that too, because that's extremely helpful in this fight.
Well, I'm a firm believer in. I learned this really, really early on. One day I was just tired. I was at the shop, and this is back in the days when I was there from 9 to 7, 7 days a week, alone. And all I had was a TV with an antenna. Yeah, with the old rabbit ears. And this gentleman walked in, and I was a little grumpy with him. And he looked around. He didn't look like he had two nickels to rub together, and I was a little curt with him. And he just said, "Okay, well, thank you." And he walked out and got into the
Lamborghini.
It wasn't a Lamborghini, but I think it was a Bentley. And he got in the back seat, by the way. And I just said, you know what? I will never do that again. So we treat everybody as good as we can unless they start it.
Yeah, books and covers, folks.
Yeah. And those people you'll find on Yelp.
So no, but I just want to say thank you because that means a lot to us, and you Shooting Sports owes you a debt of gratitude. So we're doing a whole lot of thanking this week. So I just want to say thank you for everything you've done, John.
Oh, you bet. Appreciate it. I mean, it's raised my family, bought my house. I mean, I've done well. If you could have seen my shop when I first opened up, I think I had 24 firearms in the entire store.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, it was pretty pathetic.
Now you have those in a small drawer in the back of the
right? Yeah, we've come a long way. I mean, it's been 27, 28 years, but we've come a long, long way. Well, at one point, I remember my ultimate goal was to be able to go to Little John's auctions and maybe buy some guns to put into my store, and now I own Little John's
auctions. That's a trajectory. That's the American dream, though,
Absolutely.
isn't it? Work hard and look what happens.
Yeah, it really is. And so for you Gen Zers out there, that's a good lesson for you.
Yeah.
Work hard. That's how it happens.
Work.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, you don't get there from your mom's basement.
And Rick, I was going through the firing line this week, and the great magazine you guys publish every week, and you had some great ones in there. And the cover story was the Vampire Doctrine, the
Vampire Rule.
The Vampire Rule. And just because maybe we have some time, could you touch on that? Because that's happening in Hawaii, I believe, that you were putting on there.
Yeah, it's just I'm not a lawyer, so I will mess it up and then Chuck will kill me.
I don't want to push you into the fire or onto the stake as the Vampire Rule do. But again, folks, you guys need to be jumping in on the Firing Line magazine. If you're a member already, you should be receiving it bi-monthly. And there's so much in there. You guys had some great pieces on some of the people that had the two-way advocates that had facets, and some great words said in there. But also the whole legislation portion you guys have up there says so much. If you guys need to stay on top of it and see where these things are landing or where they're headed, you guys got to tune into that because it's such a great piece of material.
Well, and there's also a full-page ad for Gunslinger's auction.
Hey,
go ahead.
That's a good reason to look into her, huh?
But, the other thing, too, is for those people that want to get into this legislative fight, we have chapters, and in those chapters we have legislative teams, and those teams go both locally, regionally, and to the state with me to fight for your rights. So if you're tired of sitting on the couch and you want to be involved with more than just your vote, we've got a place for you.
Absolutely. There's applications in the actual magazine for both membership and advocacy and all that in there. And you guys have a calendar of where you guys are going to be at and what kind of things are going on that you guys promote. And it's it's a lovely piece of everything, of education, of entertainment, and yeah, I just want to thank you. It's one of my favorite reads every time I get it in.
Well, Rick,
And the other thing is CRPA this week was also granted, which this is mind-blowing, from the DOJ as one of the 3 official training curriculums for CCW instructors statewide certified by DOJ. So
there we
we're
go.
now one of the 3.
Very cool. Rick, on a personal note, are you out of town all week, or do you got a day maybe we can go do lunch? I'll buy this.
Yeah, I will give you a call and let's put it together.
Let's go. Yeah, we'll go over to Hollingshead, the best delicatessen in the world.
It is a beautiful place.
Oh, yeah, they treat me great over there. They're good folks. All right, because I got a whole bunch of stuff I need to talk to you about. So
you got it.
And just in case we have just a moment left, I got a question from online. One of our friends over there, Mark. Is there any advocacy groups would consider a campaign with Congress to have red flag laws amended?
That is something that we're all working on right now. And if you're part of our ledge teams, we go into that. We just don't go into it on the air because there's other people that listen to the show that might not be friendly to what we're doing. So, but yes, we are working on that.
Understood. So, Mark, you can go ahead and check it out on their web. You can contact.
Yeah, just reach out to us at contact@crpa.org and just put my name up there in the subject line with red flag, and we'll get back to you.
Excellent. Excellent.
Seems easy enough. Even I could do that. Well, I'd have one of my people do it, but yeah, that's all right. Well, Rick, if anybody wants to join the CRPA, which we highly recommend, or donate their time or money, how do they get a hold of you?
CRPA.org. And if they need to get a hold of us, again, contact at crpa.org, and God bless everything you guys do.
Thanks, Rick. We'll talk to you. I'll talk to you this week. Call me, and let's get that done.
Call you tomorrow.
Okay, thanks, man.
God bless you, Rick.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
God bless.
All right, we got about 30 seconds before we go to break, and we have a birthday we got to deal with.
Oh, we do. We got to do this. Hey, our buddy out in Texas,
Jim Potter,
also
known as Coffee.
Coffee, one of the better aliases in cowboy action shooting. He's having his birthday. I guess I think he's 39.
Give or take.
Okay. Anyway, so happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Coffee. Happy birthday to you.
All right, there you go.
We practiced.
No, but we at least discussed it. All right. You're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio.
And when we get back, it's time for phone calls. Quick, what's the number?
866-870-5752. Once again, that's 866-870-5752.
And boy, is this an appropriate song. Summer's almost gone.
Oh, man.
All right, we'll be back in just a minute. Moon burn gold into our hair. At night we
Everyone over there on
swam
Facebook,
the laughing
Eric,
sea.
Big Jake over there, good, always great seeing you, brother. Fred, great to see you this evening, brother. Hopefully you're doing well. Daryl, always fun and it's great to see you, man. Over there on the Rumble, got our always great cast of characters over there. Ron's over there, Mr. Enigma, MP Stig, Kirk, always great to have you in. And Base, that's Mark again. Sino, always great to have you back.
Oh, and Kirk is having a birthday tomorrow.
Oh.
Can we do a happy birthday for him real quick?
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kirk. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, and it was little Jimmy's birthday on the 11th.
We're just this side of a boy band. You know that, right? We're one soft-handed young man away from being a boy band.
I tell you.
You got to have the look. Okay, which one of us is the older, more... stop looking at me, you guys.
Little Jimmy turned
Nailed it.
15. It's great because
15.
His birthday's on Veterans Day, so he always gets the day off and all that. But it's a great way to celebrate and remember both things. Veterans, thank you very much, and my son, aging ever so carefully into manhood. And yeah.
Ooh, that's a fun age for both of you, isn't it? He said carefully.
He's a good. I am blessed, very blessed by the Lord to have such a good dude. I'm so proud of him every day. He's a real blessing.
What a great thing to be able to say.
Respectful, thoughtful, and caring, and also upright and righteous at times.
Because my metric is if you can get them out the door till when they're 18 without having had to post bail, you've won.
You know, it's always on the plus side right there.
That's my metric.
Posting bail. I resemble that remark.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking carefully at him as I said it. It's good to have a backstory, isn't it?
Mm. I've posted bail and had to have bail posted for me.
Conversation going on about polygonal rifling.
Mm-hmm.
Is it better or is it just cheaper to make?
I go with B.
That is probably the case, especially with pistol barrels. But with rifle barrels, I actually got a polygon barrel for my competition AR. And you know what? The one I had before shot a 1-inch group at 100 yards. This one shoots a 3/4-inch group at 100 yards. I don't see any real functional difference. One's easier to clean. And we don't have the lead bullet conundrum that you do with handguns.
Mm-hmm. I'm itching to get out and shoot. I still got...
Can you shoot handguns? They said, what, 5 pounds?
Well, 6 weeks I can't do jack. And that is officially, I'm past the 3 weeks as of Thursday. So I'm heading into week 4 now. So, and driving...
That's got to be killing you.
You got to go 6 weeks for driving?
6 weeks for driving.
I think of all those
I think I'm shaving that
micro-sutures.
by a week or two, though.
I think of all those little micro-sutures and things like that, and then the impact from recoil. I'd listen on this one.
Yeah.
The driving, yeah.
Oh, yes, I got a lot of living to do. Whole lot of loving to do. Come on, baby. Making fun it takes two. Oh, yes, I got a lot of living to do. Whole lot of loving to do. It ain't no other woman gonna do but than you. There's a moon that big and bright, and the Milky Way tonight. And the way you act, you're never gonna know is there.
I think Jeff's feeling better.
Time's a wasting. A lot of kisses I ain't been tasting. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna get my share. All right,
yeah, baby.
Welcome back. I just love that song. What can I tell you? Well, welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And as stated, this is the time for you to call. What is that number, Jimmy?
You guys can call in right now, 866-870-5752.
And now from you-know-who.
That number is 866-870-5752.
All right.
Again, 866-870-5752.
Thank you, Leon. All right, give us a call. You know, I was watching Tombstone today, right? And you know, it's such a cultish movie now. Everybody knows all the lines.
Yep.
I mean, there's not anybody that doesn't know every Val Kilmer line in that movie. But, you know, I was really watching it with a keen eye today. Man, do they screw a lot of stuff up in that movie.
Movies.
I would love to see him go back and re-edit some of the stuff. So here's what I want to know from callers. What would you like to see re-edited in your favorite movie? Because, okay, here's some of the things. Okay, now, Virgil, he's so upset, you know, I can't look in the face, you know. It's
I see what they're doing in this town.
And so here's this woman who's got 5 kids that are identical size. So apparently she had 5 kids all at once.
She had quintuplets.
Yeah.
I got the school teacher vibe from that.
Yeah. Except,
on a field trip, I guess?
Yeah.
In Tombstone?
Walking down the boardwalk. I don't, well, whatever the hell she is.
But
okay, Virgil saves a kid, and she just looks at him like, idiot.
How dare you?
And it's like, hey, you
spinster.
You know, you know, why don't you take that scar on your eye and shove anyway, that pissed me off. I mean, it's like, you just saved a kid, and all she
that's
could
what
do
you
is
get?
give you a dirty look.
Really?
And then of course there's. They're bugs. Why? They're bugs. They shot Mayor Klum's wife. They're bugs. He's so upset that Morgan runs right outside and goes and shoots pool.
He needs to. That billiards always makes him feel better, right?
Yeah, and Virgil and Morgan were shot months apart.
Yeah.
But for some reason in the movie, I'm sure it was for
Same night.
time. Yeah, it was at the same night. And they, in the Costner movie, they did the same thing. They were both shot on the same night. So I would have loved somebody to go back and fix some of this stuff. Oh, the other one. Okay, Fred White. Now, first of all, Fred White was a young man.
Yes.
Okay, now in the movie, he's played by Harry Carey Jr.
Carey.
Yeah. And he's an elderly gentleman, and he gets shot, of course, by Curly Bill, which is true. Now they're talking about it, and he says, it took the judge, Judge Spicer, a month to get back. By the time he did, he said, well, don't we have any witnesses? No witnesses, no murder. Oh, who cares? It's like, wait a minute. Fred White was your friend, and you don't even care? They need to fix that.
Brush it under the rug.
Yeah, fix that. A few tweaks, and that movie could really be a standalone Western.
Are you the target audience because you, let's face it, know more about the firearms and the period than your average bear?
Probably not, but
if you're going to tell a story, how hard is it to make those tweaks?
And I'm a firm believer in, and you know what? I'm so sick of going down to the common denominator. Let's bring it up. Same thing with cowboy action shooting. We always go to the lowest. There's probably somebody who doesn't know how to do this, so we all now have to suffer in order for this person to be able to shoot safely. No. Bring this person up.
Yeah.
We're never going to learn anything until we go, you can't do that.
If you go looking for the bottom, you'll find it.
Yeah, and then we all have to stay there.
Rising tides lift all ships, right?
Bingo. Let's get to Mark in Woodland Hills. How are you, Mark?
Hey, the defenders of the second A.
Thank you, sir.
See y'all again. Listen, I'm glad Rick addressed the red flag laws. We need a judge to sign off on these confiscations unless there's an actual, true, verifiable exigent circumstance that exists. Otherwise it can be used against people, beating people over the head with it, using the cops to do that.
You mean will be, not can be.
Yeah. What I came across this week is that in Arizona, for instance, a warning shot is illegal. Even if you shoot the intruder legally, the warning shot is a criminal offense, and you can be arrested for that. And also, if you're pulled over and you have a permit to carry, the cop most likely now, because they've been warned, to go against you, because if you don't have a physical card as proof, it's not good enough to just have it on your phone. And another, we had some really good developments last week to report on, and once upon a time when you went into these sensitive zones, it meant a confiscated gun and a misdemeanor charge at least. Now it's a federal violation in those few that remain, because 80% of them were basically taken off of the list.
Right.
So the cop is scared that if they don't enforce it, they will lose their conditional immunity if you leave and then go commit a crime later, And by the way, the 42 states that have reciprocal gun rights now, the 8 that don't are California, New York, Hawaii, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Illinois, and Connecticut. So if you travel through any of those, be careful.
And what exactly do those states all have in common?
Yeah, they're all
blue states. The usual suspects.
Yeah.
One thing that's really surprising, though, is I would never thought I would be, predisposed to liking a Democratic politician. And we all recognize, all four of us recognize, that the Democratic Party is no longer a pro-gun party like it was with President Kennedy. And I confess it's rare that I change my policies, or especially on a politician. But I got to tell you, who is refreshing these days? Senator Fetterman.
Right.
Now, I don't like his Second Amendment positions most of the time, but my God, he's nowhere as bad as the rest of his party.
No.
And using red flag laws as a cudgel against somebody is counter-constitutional. I'm sorry. There's no thing. And I still can't figure out what sin the citizens of California committed to get somebody so vile as Governor Hairjail. Is he our penance?
We did a lot wrong because we got a lot of them. You have please add Karen Bass, Nancy Pelosi, Barbara Boxer when she was in, Dianne Feinstein.
What factory?
Javier Becerra, Rob Bonta.
What factory are they coming out with these?
They all failed up, as it said.
Yeah.
You know, every one of them is a loser. And if you ever listen to Hairgel, you know, I like a good chef salad, but not a word salad, okay? And listening to him reminds me of a used car salesman.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
God, he wants to be
I ever got a used car salesman that danced the way that guy, I'd just go, get out of here, and I'd go to another lot.
Newsom, I'm not moving to Canada, okay? So forget it. Okay, you guys, God bless y'all. You're doing a wonderful job, man.
Thank you, Mark. We'll talk to you later. Take care now.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Okay, on that point of Canada, so I've seen tons of Canadian advertisements for Californians saying, come up here. They try to make it look sexy and all these things, and it's directly appointed at Californians because they're trying to share the same beliefs. Canada is kind of going down.
About it.
Yeah, they're going down in a blaze of
socialism.
excrement.
Yeah,
and they're trying to say, you know what? Let's pull you down with us, California. You guys love us so much. We have the same ideals. No, we're trying not to. We're trying to back away from all that, and they're pointed directly at us.
They're doing such a great job that Alberta is floating a referendum to secede from Canada. The province is.
Wow.
Not making that up.
Well,
and their provincial, that's not a provincial governor, what do they call them? Provost, prime ministers, whatever they are, has said that if they enact any more firearms legislation, that the province will not be respecting them.
Good on them.
Good.
I gotta love that stuff. So there's some pushback there.
Yeah.
Hey, we had a fun question. Do you want to run on to this one? I have a question. I'm leaning towards a holographic sight or maybe an LPVO. Any thoughts on that? Where are you? I know you're not a huge fan of red dot sights, in spite of the fact that they do have certain advantages.
You know, they do, but here's my problem. I'm old. Okay, and I'm so just used to iron sights. When I get out, you know how I shoot. When I go out to West End, I put out some targets at 25 yards, but I put a large amount of targets out at the 45, at the back of the berm, which is 45 to 50 yards, and I shoot over and over at these, fairly rapidly with iron sights. When I put on
the red dot,
for me, it's
because of that motion.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, now. Crap. Okay.
Which you're doing with the iron sights anyway. It just seems that's interesting. It seems like it's magnified as you do that, isn't it?
It is definitely magnified when you're doing it with a red dot. I don't have, with the hologram, I don't have a whole bunch of experience with that one yet. Let's face it, guys, to be honest, because of the issues I've been having since, basically summer, I haven't shot a gun since September 1st or something, the last time I went shooting. So it's been a little bit for me, and so I haven't been able to do much. I'm chomping at the bit, can't wait to get back to it, but for right now, my stuff's just sitting. So
it's a zone pain, and that's got to be killing you.
Yeah.
I know that with the red dot sight, because you only have one sight to index, the minute the dot's on the target, when you see it, just go. You don't have to line up the sights. You don't have to do the equal height, equal light thing. You don't have to do any of that stuff. It's very fast. My problem is it takes me so long to find it. Right? I mean, I bring the thing up to the eye, and where is it? Oh, there it is. Trying to get the angle right. Maybe I haven't trained with it enough or something, but actually for a pistol,
and with me,
too.
I'm so conscious about having that red dot line up with my iron sights.
Doubly double.
Now you're lining up 3 things.
Yeah, so it's like, wait.
Who do I trust?
You know, it's like, the hell with this. Turn that off and let me just do this. So I'm just I'm a big fan of iron sights.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You know, on
LPVO for the rifle, though, because of the adjustability.
Yeah, I was going to say there's nothing like a scope on a long gun, but that's a different critter. All right, you know what? We got Chris in L.A. We're going to get to you as soon as we get back. Michael from Whittier calling in. Jimmy, quick, what's the number?
866-870-5752. Once again, that's 866-870-5752.
All right, we're going to go out with a little Louis Armstrong. Cannot not smile and hear this song.
That's true.
Days, the stock says goodnight, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a great ambassador for music that man was. Uh-oh.
I like this belt and suspenders sighting style for Jeff.
Works for me.
I like that.
I'm just, you know, I'm just old fashioned. What do you want from me?
Well, you have got enough time in the game that you have developed quite a skill set.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've got millions of rounds downrange with iron sights. So for me to go to something else, it's just odd.
Like you said, I don't have too much experience with the holographic sights. Red dot, it's, I guess, if necessary, maybe you're in a dark area and
In a low light environment.
that seems optimal. But other than that, you trained with sights your whole life.
No. Bump, 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 bump. Bump, 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 ba-dum, bump. I feel free. Do you know what the opening chord to this is?
E minor?
E7 add 9.
It is, so it is an E, yeah.
E7 add 9, yeah, that's also known as the Jimi Hendrix chord. Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers, where we learn you about all kinds of
Learn
things.
you about
Music
everything.
theory here, baby.
Let's get to Chris in L.A. Chris, thanks for waiting. What can we do for you, sir?
Evening, Chris.
Hi, good evening, gentlemen. My question is regarding a 30-06 and the late Charlie Kirk. Apparently, the assassin had a 30-06, and they're saying if he had a 30-06, his head would have exploded. I don't know what do you guys think about that.
Well, first off, you know, there's so many people out there that are experts that don't know anything about anything. I mean, the JFK assassination alone, there's so many people that know so much about everything but don't know anything about anything. You know, ballistics are ballistics. It's kind of like weather. You never know what you're going to get.
Yep. Absolutely.
So, you know, for Charlie, now I will grant you that because unfortunately, you know, the day it happened, somebody came in and went, "Hey, look!" And so I have seen the video. I've only seen it once, and it was just so horrific. I really don't even like talking about it because, you know, as we've mentioned before, Jimmy and I had several chances to meet and talk with Charlie, and he was a very nice kid. And so I'll really quick, I'll tell you my feelings, but that seemed like an exit wound on the front of his neck to me, but that doesn't mean much. There could be a billion different reasons for it. Who knows what that rifle, you know, maybe that rifle had a bad bore. It could have tumbled some. There's all kinds of reasons for it. I don't understand why they tore that whole situation down and concreted over it.
A question for you.
Yeah.
They apparently found the projectile.
Oh, that's news to me.
It hit a bone and stopped.
Okay, well.
30-06?
Not likely, but then again, who's to say what 30-06 this was? Was this a reload?
Yeah.
Was this a factory round? Was this a round? A quick story. Man came in, bought a Garand off of us. We had just finished. This is back when I had Joe and Guy in the back of my very first location, and they were both excellent gunsmiths, and they had just rebuilt a Garand from ground up. Man could not believe what a beautiful Garand he had just purchased. He took it and he bought it, waited his 10 days, came back and got it, took it out, and about 2 hours later he came back with a Garand in pieces. And I looked at it and I'm like, what in the world? He goes, well, I had these ammo out in the garage and and the ammo was bad, so there's no telling.
No.
There's a million stories to this, and I really, it's such a sad and sore subject. I don't want to get into it too deep.
Hey,
All right.
Yeah, you can take 1,000 shots and have 500 different.
Jeff,
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jeff, about the Val Kilmer movie. It's Hollywood, bro.
Oh, I know. But again, it's so close to a masterpiece. Couple of little tweaks, and it would be right there.
Yeah.
So that's my beef.
And if you didn't love it, you wouldn't care.
True enough. Chris, thanks for the call.
And the red eye thing, it probably works only better at night. It's like playing the Dodger Stadium center field during the daytime. It's not going to work for you, but at night you probably see a red dot closer, right?
Well, maybe so. Like I said, I'm just an iron sights kind of guy. Chris, thanks for the call. We'll talk to you later. All right, let's get to Michael in Whittier. Michael, what can we do for you, sir?
Good evening, Michael.
Hey, good evening, Mark and Jimmy. Hey, who's the new guy on the radio?
Well played.
Hey, you're a funny guy, huh? When you do back in Boys Town,
Welcome back, Jeff.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, I'm sitting in my garage banging this bullet puller hammer against the floor because some mistakes were made. And I got a question about 22 long rifle ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking some friends and nephews out shooting over Thanksgiving, and what is a decent 22 long rifle brand for plinking, basically? I'm just looking for something clean. I don't know if it's just the cheapest or, if I spend a few bucks more on something else, if it's worth it.
Anything U.S. made is going to be probably just fine.
Yep.
My personal favorite, and a lot of personal favorites, are the CCI mini mags.
If you can find them.
If you can find them, those things almost are always, they will work just about any 22 out there. But Remington makes an excellent.
Remington Gold.
Yeah, Remington Gold in the green box, right? Green and gold box. The Winchester stuff is all excellent. I'm not a big fan of South American 22.
The Aguila and MagTech.
Because they use a real funky, and same with the Russian stuff. They use a real funky powder that gets kind of gummy. And
the lubricant's ultra sticky.
And as you know, 22s can be such a
finicky.
Yeah, such a persnickety. Somebody got mad at me for saying that on one of the anybody that says persnickety is an idiot. So there you go. Persnickety.
I'll come back out of the soda shop and I'll fight with you.
Yeah, well,
darn it, I'll beat you with my buggy whip.
I think so many people use the CCI for its cleanliness. People knows it shoots very clean. It chambers and you can get it through pretty much anything.
Yeah, the CCI is, if you can find it, is excellent.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's worth paying a little bit more for the mini mags.
I do.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you're using a semi-auto, that becomes kind of important.
Yeah. We've got a couple Ruger 1022s and some Ruger Mark IIIs. So I try to keep those as clean as possible, as long as possible.
Yeah.
But
especially for
go through a couple of bricks.
For the 1022, try and find jacketed. Because just the lead, sometimes it does have that.
It got up and it scrapes off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, or plated or whatever.
Plated,
okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. All righty.
Okay. Oh, and one more thing. So I hear you talking, Jeff, and you say, the doctor recommends this, and I think I can shave a week or two off that, and I recommend just listen to the doctor. I mean, I'd hate to. I mean, imagine a customer coming into you and wanting to buy 3-inch 12 gauge steel shot shells saying, "Hey, I'm going to put these through my Damascus-barreled shotgun." I think your advice would be,
don't.
risk-taking.
Yeah, I would agree with you on everything except for the driving part. I'm just, I carry a St. Chris medal around my neck because I drive so much, and he is the patron saint of travelers. So it's very difficult for me to be the passenger. So
I understand.
that would be the only thing. I will not pick up anything heavy because we had a scare with that, and I ain't going through that again.
Nope.
So I'm going to be very careful about that. I did just have my 3-week evaluation from my doctor on Friday, and she said I'm doing fantastic, and she doesn't need to see me for 3 months. So. That everything's
that's very encouraging.
Yeah, everything's going good. It's healing up. I just have one itty bitty little piece of a scab left on my chest. I mean, I got a pretty good.
That's a pretty good zipper there.
Yeah, I got a nice bright red line, with a couple of T's on it. But other than that, well, I mean, think about it. I had a thing in my neck. I had a thing down my neck. I had a tube in each lung.
This all sounds very comfortable.
And then there's the ever-present catheter. Yeah, and then I had an IV in each arm, and the EKG thing and the blood oxygen level thingy on my finger. I mean, just for me to get up and take a leak, it was like a 5-minute ordeal. So, I'm really glad to be rid of all that stuff.
To get you up and running.
Yeah.
To get you up and running.
So, anyway, Mike, thanks for the call. We'll talk to you later.
And good on you for taking people out shooting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you bet. Take care.
So you're the $6 million man now, huh?
That's about right. Have you seen his doctor bill?
Yeah. Actually, because I'm now 65, Medicare handled a whole bunch of this.
Hey now.
And because I have Kaiser, I don't. What did I think it was It cost me $17 or something. But you know what? We got lines open. Jimmy, what's the number?
Yeah, we do. 866-870-5752. Once again, that's 870-5752.
All right, give us a call. Again, if I want to hear what's your favorite Western or gun movie that you would like to see tweaked a little bit and made a little bit better. I mean, I could go into a whole bunch of different ones other than Tombstone. That one just because I saw it today. You know what else? You know who gets no credit for Westerns? Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah.
The man.
Oh, Jimmy.
Yeah. Jimmy Stewart. Okay, first off, the guy was a retired general. He flew 20-some missions.
Combat
missions in World War II. Yeah. I mean, the guy was amazing. And today I was watching The Man from Laramie. 4.5 stars it got on the little guide.
Dang.
And do you know that Jimmy Stewart had 2 rules when it came to a Western? He had to wear the same hat, and he always rode the same horse.
Hey,
did not know.
Yeah, it's just a little sorrel that he used forever and a day. He even used it in parades.
Found a horse that agreed with him.
Yeah. He bought it early on, and he kept him his whole life until he finally passed away. And he did not do the trigger thing. He didn't have him stuffed, but
that's a little odd.
Yeah, and so when John Ford got him for The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, he said, "You're not going to ride a horse, and you're not going to wear a hat because I hate those damn things."
Keeping it off the itinerary.
And wasn't he the good guy in all of them except for that one? God darn it! What's the spaghetti western he's in where he's the bad guy? He's the heavy.
Oh, are you sure you don't have that confused with Henry Fonda and Once Upon a Time in America?
I am absolutely certain that I do have that confused. Thank you for rescuing me. Dang
it! All right, quick, Jimmy, what's the number?
866-870-5752. Again, 866-870-5752.
We'll be right back.
Let's go.
Lalania, can't blame ya. Lalania.
Nice vibrato.
Well, you got to do it if you're going to do Donovan.
Yep.
How did I get to Henry Fonda from James Stewart? Ah, well.
Because they made so many movies together.
Yep.
What's the one? It's late in both of their careers, late 60s.
They played together.
Yeah. He played Harley. Henry Fonda played Harley, and Jimmy Stewart was the the madam
of the brothel.
Yeah. Oh, what the heck is the name of that movie? I love that movie. Is that you, Harley? It's me, John.
The Cheyenne Social Club.
Thank you, Cheyenne Social Club. One of my favorite lines. Well, you know, Harley, my folks have always been Republicans. Well, you know, John, my folks have always been Democrats. Yeah, how the hell have we gotten along so well all these years? Oh, what a great movie.
That's pretty. Is that the one with the mine hit the ground first? Mine was taller?
No.
That's...
What is that one? I know which one you're talking about, but I'm drawing a blank. I think that was a Duke movie.
I'm gonna have to go through. I'm gonna have to go. I can't be giving up videos. I gotta have to start doing some homework.
Is that you, Harley? It's me, John. Me and GAF. Boy, you got to be old to get that reference.
Boy. Lee Marvin was a great Western character. Dean Martin.
Oh, yeah.
John Wayne had bloopers.
Lee
together.
Marvin was just a great character, period.
That.
Just a fantastic character.
I was just watching a movie from the 1960s last night today. And one of the things that struck me was how honestly good the acting was. I mean, the people there really... There was an art and a craft to it. You see it. They could do more with a raised eyebrow, with a facial expression than many people can.
Yesterday,
dialogue.
Yesterday afternoon, we watched Casablanca for the 10 billionth time, and you know the scene at the end. You know,
were they?
It doesn't take a lot. The hill of beans for two people. Yeah, that's at the Burbank Airport with fog machines.
Take some of the charm out of it, but it's obviously a little airport.
But you would have never known, you know, had not somebody ratted it out, you know, and now it would be, you know, $6 million to fly him over for a 30-second clip. And, you know, it's just, they could tell stories then. Now it's just everything explodes in F-bombs, you know.
That's all it is.
For the international market, we don't want to have to dub dialogues. So just shoot people and chop them.
Yeah, it's the art of storytelling is just sadly going. Anybody into Landman? This is my new favorite show. Absolutely.
I have seen only scenes from it because I don't have a streaming package. I've seen scenes, and it looks pretty good.
It is better than it looks.
Is that Billy Bob?
Yeah, Billy Bob Thornton, one of my favorites. You know, I've seen this guy interviewed a million times. He will not talk about politics. He just says, I'm an actor. What do I know?
Know your strengths, know your weaknesses. Good.
Yep. And I really like the guy. I think he had a rough beginning with the blood in the vials and all that stuff.
A little weird.
But, you know.
But he was hanging out with the freaky girls. So.
He's got a fender tattoo. Can't be all that bad.
His Davy Crockett.
Oh my God!
Was
absolutely
so
fantastic.
freaking fantastic. Looked like him, first of all. Sorry, folks, that's what Davy Crockett looked like.
Yep.
He did not wear a coonskin cap.
Nope.
I thought that's the thing that made me a fan.
Best line in the movie. I'm gonna warn you. I'm a screamer. The guy's about to get murdered.
Just that
and this is what he said.
Recognition of this is his moment.
Yep. Just a fantastic actor, and this show.
Anyway, the show is
really good. I love the first season. The first episode of season 2 dropped today early, so I got to watch it about 10 o'clock this morning. And interesting. You know, they said that they were going to build characters again, so we'll see what happens with it. Hopefully they don't ruin it, but I love season 1. I thought it was fantastic.
There's some
Allie
love for the show.
Larder is his ex and now again wife, and she is a handful.
How fun would it be to be the person playing that role and just say, you know what, see that scenery over there? Go chew on it.
Oh, man.
Seriously, just go nuts.
Yeah, it's a good show. I like it a lot.
A lot of love here online for the show.
Oh, It's great, isn't it? I mean, it's just. What brought me to that is I'm watching Casablanca yesterday, and the similarities to Billy Bob in Landman and Rick Blaine, a.k.a. Humphrey Bogart, shocking. I mean, their speech patterns.
Do you suppose one might have learned from a master?
Well, you don't learn from anybody better. Bogart, in my opinion, is probably the best actor ever.
Speaking of movies, the sequel to Sisu.
Oh my God, yes, I saw that is coming, and I am so going to see that. Forgive me, that is such a rollicking good Nazi killing time.
Oh, and looks like the sequel's not going to disappoint.
I'm Iron Man.
Crank.
The rocking time. I don't know the words anymore.
Oh, man.
Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslinger. Now, let me ask you a question. Is that one string or two?
No, it's got to be two strings.
But
it's so simple and so spare, and they don't let complexity get in the way.
The that's if that's two strings, that's really played clean.
Yeah, because you can't hit the.
Got to go back.
All right, welcome back, everybody.
Sorry, guitar players talking here.
Welcome back to Music Talk right here on Gunslinger Radio.
What do you think? Heavy pick, medium pick?
I don't know. What was it? Tommy Iommi? What?
Tommy Iommi?
Yeah, missing part of his index finger or something. Does he even use a pick? I'm not even sure.
Django Reinhardt with the three fingers on his hand, man.
Go figure. All right, welcome back to Gunslingers, where we talk nothing but whatever the hell I feel like talking about.
Whatever it is.
What do you think of
You're
your
a show,
apples, chap?
cowboy.
All right, hey, you know what? We got lines open. Jimmy, what's that number?
Come on in, folks. That number is 866-870-5752. Once again, 866-870-5752.
5752.
And your question for the evening was, if you could edit a film,
any film, what would you fix? Now, mine, I picked on Tombstone and about 3 or 4 different things that just irk me to death.
So close.
Yeah.
Finish it.
Yeah, just tweak a couple of things. Kurt Russell apparently directed this movie.
Part of this was there is apparently a great deal of chaos in the production process, and so he just kind of took over.
Yeah, and if they could just tighten a couple of things.
Which you could do editing, man.
Yeah, and make a master or whatever the heck you want to call it, remastered.
There you go.
And one other thing I'd love to see in I think when you buy the DVD you get extra cuts and such, and they talk about at the very end of the movie, Val Kilmer, he's lying on his deathbed and he sees his feet sticking out and he goes, "I'll be damned, this is funny," and.
We talked about that.
And it's like, what's funny? Your feet? What? I mean, I don't. But because he expected to die being shot or off of his horse, he expected to die with his boots on. And so when he sees his feet sticking out of the bed, this is funny.
He gave you the punchline, but forgot the joke.
Yeah, and so there's another, just a quick tweak that they could do and just make a remaster. I'd love to see it. And you know what? We have Greg in L.A. who also wants to talk about Tombstone. Greg, what can we do for you, sir?
Hello, Gunslinger aficionados. Thank you for bringing up this issue about authenticity. I do know that Doc Holliday was advised to come to a drier climate, and he's in Arizona. The kicker is he has tuberculosis. What they never address, at least in my mind, how contagious was he? He had all these people around him up close and personal.
Yeah, I agree with you there, because
people that he had gunfights with and so on. What degree of tuberculosis were we dealing with at that time?
Yeah, that's a good question, because, like you said, he's right up. I mean, he's sitting there in the little booth when they're watching the actors on stage,
coughing into a bloody handkerchief.
Yeah,
there'd be some fear.
And Big Nose Kate is laying on top of him, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of consumption, I think is what they called it back
consumption,
then.
yes.
And there was
That's right.
no cure, and if you got it, it was an absolute death sentence. So
Witness his demise.
yeah, I mean that's kind of like earlier on getting leprosy, and they would have colonies for these poor folk that they would send them to because they didn't want anybody around
them. Yeah.
So interesting.
Good catch.
Yeah.
Good catch, Greg.
At least the way they portray in the movie that, let's see, again, who was his closest friend? You mentioned earlier again, the sheriff, the
Wyatt
former
Earp.
sheriff.
Well, yeah.
What I'm trying to get is that he was, they show him in a lot of close-ups with Doc Holliday, and you figure that he lived beyond Doc Holliday's
Way beyond.
time frame, and that it shows that he, at least as far as I know, he didn't die from tuberculosis. He died from maybe just natural causes.
Yeah.
I think he died in Los Angeles
In the 20s,
So there were those that were really close to him in terms of his epic status, as it were. I mean, I believe there were some how can I say Hollywood silent screen actors that were part of his pallbearing crew at the time he passed away.
Yep.
So that's a little footnote there. But the other thing too, I'm curious about the way in which he wore his hardware, his guns. Is that authentic, or was that just something they made?
No, that was absolutely unauthentic. One of his guns, of course, is a single-action Army Colt. The other one is the I don't know if it's a Thunderer. No, it's a Colt, but it's either the Thunderer or the 41 or the Lightning, the 38, and it's a double action, which explains in the shootout when he's running and shooting, you just see him pulling a trigger. That's him using his double action.
Right.
But he very well could have used those firearms. But the one thing that always gets me, and I don't know anybody that didn't start in SAS, the Single Action Shooting Society, with that goofy
cross draw,
that shoulder holster, that Valkyrie, and I'm guilty as charged. My first holster, I had to have that, and those things are so. I can't tell you how many times that gun fell out of that holster. I actually tracked down the man that built it.
Gave him a talking to.
I did talk to him at length, and he told me, "Do you know how many times we had to adjust that on set? Because every time he stood up, it fell out.
Oh, yeah.
Every time he turned, it fell out. We had to adjust that almost per scene.
Wow.
So yeah, that holster." It's like a pistol grip on a shotgun. Looks good in the movies, but
do you think that was period authentic as well?
No.
Do you think anyone would have been wearing something like that?
Shoulder holsters were definitely period correct, but
his style,
not that one. So.
I see. One other question, if I could, please. Where I know he was a dentist. He picked up. He went to this dentist school. He got that technique, and then later on, he contracted the tuberculosis, and that kind of ended that career per se. But where did he start getting into this issue of not only playing cards as a gambler, but also becoming very, very efficient at weapons?
Doc Holliday is one of those guys. He's kind of like Billy the Kid. He's bigger in the movies than he was in real life. There's no actual picture of him proven. There's lots of pictures out there that people say this was Doc Holliday, but not one has been factually, absolutely 100% proven. And boy, am I going to get it on the internet for that. But so there's no actual proof of him in any kind of a shootout other than the OK Corral. And there's also lots of rumor and speculation that tore him up and he was kind of a mess over it. So, if that be the case, then, he might not have been the steely-eyed killer that he's been played so many times by so many people on the movies.
If I may ask one last thing, there's a phrase that he says throughout the movie every now and then, "I'm your Huckleberry."
Yeah.
Is that a common phrase in the West at that time, saying I'm the person that you have to contend with? Is that how you translate that?
It's really more of a Southern thing, not so much a Western thing, and it is Huckleberry, not Huckleberry.
Thank you,
yes.
Jeff.
Oh God, that is another one that's been bounced around for so long.
Yeah, right.
Huckleberry means I'm the guy that holds your coffin on. Blah blah blah. It was Huckleberry, and it was kind of like You're a daisy if you do. It's just kind of a smart alecky way of saying, well, good on you if you can.
Bless your heart.
There you go. There you go.
I see. Okay.
All righty.
Makes a little more sense. Thanks a lot for the info. I appreciate it.
You bet, Greg. Thanks for the call. Take care now. Okay, that opens up a line. Jimmy, what's that number?
Call in 866-870-5752.
All right, let's get the man to do it himself.
Let's
What do you
go.
That number is 866-870-5752.
All right.
Again, 866-870-5752.
All right, give us a call and tell us your story about Tombstone. Or I'm sure I'm going to be talked about wrong on the internet, but whatever.
Well, there's that famous picture of Doc Holliday with a thick black mustache.
Yeah, and that one's been proven to not be him. Yeah,
That's the one everybody knows.
Yep, and they don't know much about Doc. Apparently, his mother also died of tuberculosis. So, and I can't tell you how many Doc Holliday shotguns I've seen.
Oh, yeah.
Over the years. I think I actually did a whole segment on that one time. It was supposed to be a French Meteor 10
gauge Meteor.
Yeah, that's what it was supposed to be. And I've probably seen 20 of them.
All authentic.
That were all the actual, yeah. Masterson seen hundreds of Wyatt Earp guns.
They have his initials on it, I promise.
Wasn't it Bat Masterson who used to sell
Bat Masterson and Jesse James's mom.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love this song.
You know what movie I've been looking to get a rewatch of? Shane.
Great movie.
You know what? There's something about it. Like when it comes on TV, if I just catch it, something draws me to it every time. It really does.
Shane was notorious for one thing: the gunshots.
Yeah.
Twice as loud as any other movie, and guys were, when it first came out, were complaining about it. What the hell are these guns that we have to go in and turn it down? It's like, no, that's the whole point.
It's a bit more authentic than you'd like to believe.
Yeah, and then it's such a good movie that Clint Eastwood redid it in Pale Rider.
Pale Rider, yeah.
Yeah.
Pale Rider's a pretty good film.
I love Pale Rider. Yeah. Oh, there's us on speed.
Wow, it's a realistic fellow.
Come on.
Everything I gotta do, I do find inside you. Welcome back, everybody. A little Jefferson Airplane Surrealistic Pillow. I think that's called She Drives Fast Cars. Ooh. What a great song.
That is a solid album.
Oh, man. I was watching something on Facebook or looking at something the other day, and it came up, one of those AI questions. What is one album that has no clinkers? That would be one of them for sure. There's just every song is just better than the next. In fact, the two big hits off of it, "Go Ask Alice" and "Somebody to Love," are my least favorite.
Among the weakest songs, yeah.
Yeah, least favorite songs. Guys, highly recommend go out, get it, and listen to it because there's some songs on there. "Today."
Yep.
Oh, what a
seriously underplayed,
fantastic song. All right, welcome back to Gunslingers, where we talk nothing but
music. Yeah. So
let's talk about everything.
Gibson or Fender, Jeff? Want to jump in on this, Jimmy?
Gibson or Fender? You know me, I'm a Gretsch guy.
Gretsch guy.
You are.
Although I do like a good Rickenbacker now and again. So. All right, you know what? Let's get back to Sean and our friend Sean and Kavina. How are you, Sean?
Hey, Sean.
I'm doing great, and greetings to the three amigos of the 2A. And I want to say something. Mark, you are a stud. You were able to shoot out the barrel the rifling of a 303 bolt-action rifle and just shoot it out. I was unable to do. I bought an 8mm FN and shot Egyptian ammo, and I bought a second barrel, and I had like a pallet of ammo, and I was unable to do it. You are such a stud.
Look at that.
I am. I am
stud you are.
not real proud of that fact, by the way. And looking for somebody who can screw a new barrel and get the thing chambered properly, because I got a world championship coming up, and I want my crown back.
Oh. Well, I was wanting to talk about 03s, the Springfield 03s, since you love the 03, and I think a person named Jeff loves the 03.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff knows a little bit about that gun.
Yes, and I like to know what type of sights are you shooting in that military bolt action round in your competition, and what type of sights does Jeff like to shoot on his 03? We're talking about 30-06, not your 22.
There's two different sets of sights on the 03.
Well, one's for the 03 and the other one's for the 03 A3. Yeah. The 03 is in the front, and the
with
A3,
a shorter sight radius and a flat top.
And
rear.
the A3 sits up tall, like the wedge of cheese, I call it.
I like that. That's good.
Sitting up on the top. I like them both. I've got. I probably have 15 different versions of 03s and 03 A3s, and that's not including the M22 or the 1903, whatever, M22. Right. I've even got the one the NRA put out in, I think it's the 30s. But for me, hands down, the 03A4 with the M8 scope
on it.
And you've shot mine.
Yes, I have. That's a sweet rifle.
It's a solid 150 yard, because the M8 scope is not
brilliant.
Yeah,
in any sense of that word.
But at 150 yards, it is a tack driver. Absolutely love that particular gun. Other than that, I'm a little more partial to the 03A3 sight.
So you like the peep sight?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The peep sight is better for everything in the world except target shooting.
Yeah.
And honestly, I do prefer the 03 sights for target shooting.
Yeah, but for moving targets, what the gun was made for.
Yep.
The little.
That is why they went to it. American rifle sights typically have been among the best in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Does that help?
Now, Mark. So, are you using which sights are you using on your competition rifle?
The one I won the championship with was the 03 sights, which I vastly prefer. I went back this year with an 03 A3, did not do as well, but again, that was mostly on the bore. I am more comfortable shooting the 03 sights. For competition, as Jeff correctly says, if you're using it for its intended purpose, I mean, it's different having fun and having to engage somebody in a jungle gunfight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I want to mention another thing. A movie we all like is the Wild Bunch, where they steal 03s from the U.S. Army to send to a rebel general to overthrow Mexico. And, I don't... That movie has so many things wrong with
does it.
But you wouldn't get 03s. You'd get your 7mm Mausers from Bannerman to send to them. But
I think they use a 1919 machine gun at the end when it takes place in 1916 or 14. Yeah, that's a good one. Could use some editing.
Yeah.
Yeah, could do. They could CGI a water cooler. And the one thing I like about Peckinpah, he kills everyone, so you can't have a Wild Bunch 2.
There will not be a sequel.
Yeah,
not without a new cast.
The first time I saw that movie, I felt like I needed a shower after. It was just
that's God.
Felt like it sprayed on you.
So gritty.
And that was before there was really gritty.
Yeah, man.
Still using the blue laws in Hollywood.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, Sean. Anything else?
Well, I think that sums it up a bit, and I think, Mark, it might be harder for you to find a barrel. You might have to go to the auction and find a barrel with a rifle attached to it.
Hey, nothing wrong with that thought.
They do pop up pretty regular. Sean, thanks for the call. We'll talk to you again.
God bless you, Sean.
Okay, God bless.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. All right, let's jump over to Leland in Mesa, Arizona. Leland, what can we do for you, sir?
Evening.
Well, real quick before I get to my main question, which one of you likes iron sights?
Me.
Everyone.
I wanted to do
Me.
You know what?
Go ahead.
Good man.
Thank
Good
you,
man
sir.
After my own heart. And I don't like anything besides iron sights.
Yeah, I'm just, old dogs and new tricks. What can I tell you?
There's
Well,
a
that's
virtue.
just it.
But
I
have you ever
learned
broken
it when
iron
I was
sights?
in the Army.
No.
Sorry.
What's that?
That's what we had to learn when I was in the Army, and that was like a half a century ago. So.
There you go.
I don't got enough money for bells and whistles.
Yeah.
I think that
Well,
might
anyway,
explain the proliferation of those things, by the way. There's a lot of money to be made in milling and putting the sights on. And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What's
Anyway,
your question?
Now, maybe you can confirm whether this is correct or not. Something I saw on PBS, so I don't know. Maybe it's baloney. But they said they indicated and they showed it, in their depiction of the gunfight at the OK Corral. So the cowboys, and they were cowboys, and they were riding the range and everything, and so they carried their guns in their holsters. So they said Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp and all them, they were more city boys, so they went to the gunfight with their pistols in their pockets. Is that true?
I believe that is true.
I've heard that about Wyatt Earp for sure.
Yeah, and I don't think he had the 10-inch like in the movie,
Extended pockets?
Yeah.
I'll be right with you, boys.
Yeah, is that a revolver, or are you just happy to see me,
You're really happy to see me.
I am pretty sure that they went down there with guns out, and the story is that Doc had the shotgun under a cape.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
So I believe that Virgil was the only one that was holstered because he was carrying Doc's cane at the time, and he's the one that yelled out, "Stop! This is not what I want." But
Okay.
And
right.
I don't think that Doc Holliday shot 3 rounds out of a double barrel shotgun, which is another thing that they could have cleaned up a little bit. But there's
It's Hollywood.
I know. There's one other thing. The part when they got him in a crossfire and Wyatt says no, and he goes
scene in the river.
Why in the world is he carrying that double barrel shotgun like it's got a pistol grip on it?
Yeah.
It makes no sense whatsoever. Why has he got his, and Kurt Russell is a gun guy.
Yeah.
It makes no sense why he's got that thing like this. He's got his trigger on the finger on the trigger, but his hand is bald at the bottom.
That scene always gives me pause.
Yeah, and that is an oddball shotgun because it's got 2 sets of triggers. The front trigger actually opens it.
The gun,
yeah, and then of course you've got the 2 in the back to work the hammers. But it makes no sense whatsoever why he carries that as a pistol grip, and only for a second, because when you see him pull up on Curly Bill, he's got it correct.
Shoulder.
Yeah, he's got it. With the hand
Do you
right
remember when I did that episode of Bones with the cowboy and the contest, and we had that conversation with the star, and how should I shoot this gun then? And I showed him. He said, "Well, that doesn't look cool." So I think that might be your answer.
Could be, but I put Kurt Russell on a bit higher pedestal than that.
There's that.
I mean, the guy was a baseball player. Good enough for me.
Jeez.
Anyway, Leland, we got to go. We're coming up on a hard break at the bottom of the hour. Thanks for the call, and we'll talk to you again.
Thanks, Leland. God bless.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. All right, guys, what do we got, Ryan? 1 minute. 1 minute. All right. Really quick, I got my notification from End of Trail.
Oh yeah.
So
Is your category in?
for the last 4 years, I've been trying to get into a category senior, and couldn't because it didn't get enough. This year, I qualify for silver senior.
Eliminate.
And I have to shoot senior.
I saw a post from them talking about things that are going to be changing, eliminating.
I mean,
oh my God.
Collapsing the cali.
Yeah. They collapsed silver senior down into senior, so I get to shoot with senior. You know what? We got lines open. Jimmy, what's the number?
866-870-5752.
One more time, quick.
866-870-5752.
All right. Well, to be fair. All right, little Cat Stevens for you right here on the Wolfman Jack Show. We'll be right back. Be kind to me. Just let me go where I have to go there.
There was an episode of a very influential show in my youth called Then Came Bronson.
Oh, yeah.
In which Kurt
Michael
Russell played a kid who had been hired to play on the company baseball team, which you will well know was kind of a big thing from the 20s up until about the 1970s, till the major leagues started funding the minor leagues. Apparently, the guy that played Jim Bronson was also a call-up minor league ball player, and the guys that were on the set, I just ran into this in an interview a couple of days ago. They started playing baseball, and there was nobody on the set that could touch either of these guys. They were that good.
Yeah, very cool.
How fun! Yeah, apparently Kurt Russell could really bring it.
Yeah, Michael Parks.
Michael Parks was the star's
Bronson,
name. Yeah. And these guys are both genuine, no fooling pro athletes. I love that.
Yeah.
Love to have been there that
I
day.
tell you, one of the
Except I was
things
14.
I miss the most about getting old is not being able to play ball anymore. I played into my 40s, and my body just said that you've had enough. You know?
Well, they have age-ranked leagues. I don't know if they're using a 60-foot mound.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Or 90-foot bases.
You know, and
you
that's
guys
the
having
problem.
heart attacks on your way there.
I got to a point, or I can't throw more than 2 or 3 throws, and I was
Right
still
there with you.
Yeah, I was. We had when I had the pizza parlor, we had a softball team that we sponsored, and I was playing on that team, and I was on first base, and the guy behind me, whose name won't be mentioned here, hit a grounder to short, and of course, my job is to try
Take
and
him out.
Yeah,
Clean takeout.
Yeah, because it's softball, so I just tried to get in the way, but I took off like a shot, and then I felt like I got shot because I snapped my
The tendon.
Back
behind the knee.
of my back of my leg was black, solid black, from my butt cheek to my ankle, all the way down.
Did you tear it all the way through? Because I had that tagging up from third base on a throw from outfield. I was tagging up the base. I had warmed up. I had done everything. I got about 3 steps and ping.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Oh. I thought at first I'd been shot because
that is the word I use.
It pinged so hard, and it was like electrical. So
It snaps and retracts, right?
Yeah. And you know me, everybody's trying to come out and get the fuck away from me. I'm fine. And
then you try and stand on it.
Yeah,
and it's not
forget
playing
it.
ball.
Yeah. So they had to carry me off the field because I could not
That's
walk.
dignified. My friend Mike Fuss did the same thing playing our New Year's Day softball game. Yeah, there might be a time to hang up the cleats.
Yeah. I still have a couple of gloves, but I don't have anything else. And I just don't have the heart to throw them away. Those are my gloves. It's kind of like throwing away a guitar.
Yeah.
It's like all that sweat and cracks. I put all those there.
I still have my kid glove. I had the Eddie Matthews model where the 2 fingers went together in the middle.
What do we own?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Black and orange stray cat sitting on a fence. Ain't got enough dough to pay the rent. Speaking of unbelievable guitar players.
Didn't reinvent the wheel, just plays the heck out of it. Love this.
By with my tail in the air. Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers, right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio
More
Network.
guitars from the Gunslingers.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That was my brother's first tattoo, was a Stray Cats tattoo.
No kidding.
tattoo,
And he's
man.
very Filipino.
Well, you know, they came out in late 70s, early 80s, I believe. And when they came out, I was already in a rockabilly band. Of course, I didn't have a Gretsch 6120. I don't remember what I was playing back
Great
then.
freaking guitar.
But oh man, what? And that kid was 19. Setzer, I believe, when he wrote that song. And listen to those solos. I mean, it's like
incendiary.
Wait. That you can't do that.
No.
Especially on a 6120, which is a great guitar, but it does not the easiest playing guitar out there.
It does not lend to shredding.
To what he's doing.
You know, and that you know, and the all the six that he's rolling out. Oh man, I mean that's just, and you know he's got some autoimmune disorder, and he can't move his hand, and it just heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. I'm a huge fan, obviously, and what a damn shame. Ugh. Anyway, welcome back to Gunslingers, where again we talk nothing but music.
You know what? He had a good ride.
Yeah, he did.
Ride.
He
Better than
did,
most.
and wrote some unbelievable songs. Of course, "Rock This Town," and my favorite, I got a low down dirty feeling that I'm being cheated on and lied to.
Became so legendary, and especially in a genre that he kind of fulfilled.
Yeah,
like, just,
Well, and then he left turned right in the middle of it and did the Brian Setzer Orchestra, which is just unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable.
Great big band stuff, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to the phones. Let's get to Michael in Anderson, Arizona. Michael, what can we do for you, sir?
Evening.
Henderson, Nevada. That's what it is.
Oh, Henderson.
It says Henderson, Arizona on here. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I like Henderson.
Yeah, good places.
Yeah, it must have been about 20 years ago that I went to Glendora, Gunslingers, and I bought a 22 rifle, 580.
Okay. Well, thank you kindly. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I wonder if you had a ponytail in those days.
I did, yeah.
Oh, that's the guy.
I had long hair most of my life. I cut it off about 7-8 years ago and haven't looked back since.
Such a weird thing. As soon as you cut yours, I had mine growing out. We're like, hey, donate it.
Well, and now my son Andy has got the long hair, and I'm the short hair guy, so go figure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But anyways, then I went back, I think I went back 2 months later, and then I got the 582 Remington, the 22.
Yeah.
And I had the pair, so I was really happy about it.
Oh, good deal.
My wife is one that bought the 580 single shot Remington.
Oh, cool.
And we were really quite happy to find that relic. It wasn't that a relic, it was like an old rifle. They don't make them anymore. But anyways, we still have it. And did you know that 22 rifle could last you about 200 years?
Sure, if you don't
take care of it.
Yeah, if you take care of it.
Whether it's only two enemies?
Rust in the government.
Yep. Exactly. And also, I was going to tell you that I'm also trying to switch my 3220 Winchester lever action into a 3030.
Well,
3240, I mean.
Okay, I was going to
3240.
say, I don't think you could do a 3220. How's that working out for you?
Well, the thing that I found out is that the barrels that they have nowadays, they got the AE angle eject, and they got the regular barrel. I happen to have the regular barrel because my Winchester's a John Wayne Winchester, and it's all like stainless steel. But it would look funny with a dark blue barrel. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure. Now, is yours a standard 3240, or is this one of the John Waynes?
One of the John Waynes with a large loop.
Okay. Okay. And you're gonna change it? Oh.
Why not?
Yeah.
For a modest price, why not just buy the other rifle?
Yeah, you could. I mean, for $400 or $500, you could just go get a 30-30 and then leave the John Wayne alone. That's almost sacrilegious, you know.
Yeah, it's never been fired. Never.
Yeah, well,
you're killing me, Larry.
Well, do you still have the picture box?
Oh, you do have the box, yeah.
Okay, and how the sleeve itself? What kind of conditions it's in?
Excellent condition.
Okay, so, I mean, you're sitting on a $1,500 gun there. I would leave that be and then go out and get you can get a 30-30 Winchester. I mean, the story on 30-30 Winchesters is just like a boat. You know, the two best days you got them, the day you buy it, the day you sell it. They are common as dirt water. They've made literally more than 9 million of them.
Gooey.
My goodness.
So you can get them on the cheap all over the place.
Yeah, but you know something? A lot of people are preferring, because they're smart people nowadays. The younger people also want to get the angle eject because it's a little bit better.
Put a scope on it. That's the only reason to do that.
But they make a 30-30 with an angle eject.
Yeah.
That's not going to be an issue.
Yeah.
It'll say it right on the barrel. It'll say 94 AE.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I happen to have the 357 AE Winchester.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so, but I strictly shoot 38. So I don't want to burn up that throat, with that 357.
Yeah, plus it's a lot easier on the shoulder and everything.
We do have a couple 30-30s in the catalog, just in case.
Well, there you go. So, go to gunslingerauctions.com, take a look at my catalog, and I'm sure you'll be able to get a good deal on one there.
Got the Winchester going on.
I think I'm going to do that, yeah.
I think that's a better move. Yeah. You don't want to cut up a valuable gun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would leave the Duke alone and then just get another one. Because, you can never be too rich, too thin, or own enough firearms.
And if you're not happy with it, sell it in auction. I promise you, it will cover the cost of a 30-30.
I think I'm going to keep it. I'm going to put it away. I'm going to keep it.
There you
Looks
go.
like we got a couple of 30-30s in there. So go and check out the catalog.
Except the large loop is very uncomfortable. It's not really handy.
That's another movie thing.
Mm-hmm.
You just get a standard one, and then you can go out and there's lots of companies that will make a little leather wrap that makes that much more comfortable to shoot.
But still, it's pretty unhandy.
Yeah. Did you guys? I consider.
I mean,
like
the standard one.
Pair of aces. You both guys are like aces, two aces. You guys are wonderful.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, Michael.
It's incredible. And also I'd like to mention something. I used to live in San Dimas, California, but then I moved to Henderson, Nevada. There was a time when in the news, I think it was ABC, where they caught a poor guy. He was a collector, and they said that he had about 4 trucks of guns and rifles and everything. And the ATF took him away. Glendora police, San Dimas police, sheriff. They took away his guns, and he was crying, the poor guy.
Yeah.
He was a collector.
Yeah.
It happened about 18 years ago or so.
Wow.
Yeah. And who would have known? Who would have known those U-Hauls would be full of guns? You know what I mean?
I have gone out to look at collections, and
you've seen some stuff.
Yeah, we had a collection come to the shop one time that was 2 U-Haul trucks full.
Oh, we were. I remember an old one we did over near Temecula, out in the boonies.
Oh yeah,
and the guy had probably close to 6 containers. Yeah, those trailers.
Unbelievable, incredible.
Yeah. So
I mean, are these people? These probably they inherit something, or they they get good deals.
There's this thing called OCD.
Yes. Got a touch of the tism.
Yeah, it's just one of them things. Some people, they just can't stop buying.
Yep.
I really believe that. I truly believe that.
Well, that's why Amazon's around, because people can't stop buying. Yep. Anyway, Michael, thanks for the call, and thanks for being a customer, and hopefully we'll get you again, and we'll have you as a customer soon.
God bless you, Michael.
For sure, you bet. Thank you very much.
Good luck on your rifle.
Thank you, sir. Take care now. All right, that opens up a line. Jimmy, what's that number?
866-870-5752. Once again, 866-870-5752.
There you go. Give us a call. We have about 15 minutes left in the show.
About time for 18 people to call. There was real unanimity in the community on that last one.
Oh, and don't
touch it. Yeah. But no, it looks like, again, Michael, if you're still listening, go check out that catalog right now. There's a couple
in the
yeah, always. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, with that Scarce Marlin, a bunch of 94s on there. And their own.
And what you said, they've made millions of them, so you can really pick and choose.
Yeah, and we've sold probably 2 million.
They made it
all alone
personally.
They truly are. I remember one time a gentleman came in and he had 40 Model 94s, and they ranged from 1894 to about 1920. every kind of variation and different calibers and this and that and the other. And man, you talk about a tough thing to move. 94s truly are the boats of firearms. The two best days you got them are the day you buy them and the day you sell them.
They're a good, solid design, but that action is a little bit.
It's clunky.
Clunky is right.
And there's very few in the old days, anyway. Very few cowboy action shooters that didn't start with a 94 in a pistol caliber, which is, me too. I mean,
oh Lord, was that a bath and a lesson?
Well, mine was the short Ranger.
That held like 8 or
it held 8 rounds, and it did have the John Wayne loop on it.
Oh
so
Lord,
I was just
kiss me twice.
Double whammy. Yeah, you talk about it
all the way down.
Then stop and then reload on a stage.
Yeah, because it would constantly kick out live rounds
and real quick before we get into the next break and finish out, there are a few firearms in this that have run a bit abundant. You have a bunch of 1903s on there, those Colts and all that.
Oh yeah, and every one of those are papered. I mean, we have a 1903 factory engraved,
yes sir,
with Colt letter.
I just want to bring that up. I know that we're talking about some boats here, but go get yourself a pearl while you're diving in the boat.
That's it. Oh, did we do 2 Doors songs in one night?
It's a good night.
All right, I love this song too. I used to when we did the end live, which is what we always ended our show with. I would throw this in because it's almost the same song.
I almost thought it was when you brought it up.
You're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
We'll be back with more phone calls right after this.
Let's go.
The best.
Yeah.
Better
I just saw
than
those 1903s come up when I was just going through. I'm like, jeez, I know we're talking about some 94s, but it's something a little bit of treat for these people.
Oh yeah, so many of them have letters, and he's talking Colt 1903s, not the Springfields. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to have time to get a new barrel screwed onto that thing. Maybe I should just grab another one.
I know an auction coming up.
Yep. They both hurt a little bit, but reliable.
Are you shooting lead projectiles?
Gas checked lead projectiles.
Okay. Who's loading? Are you loading those? Oof.
Single stage press. 20 at a time.
Scoop. What I got. Well, I'm not bragging, babe, so don't put me down. But I got the fastest set of wheels in town. If someone come up to me, he don't even try. 'Cause if he had a set of wings, man, I know she would fly. She's my little loose coupe. You don't know what I got. Welcome. You know how bad that looks on the internet with no music behind it?
Oh, man. They're hearing all of us, too.
Welcome back, everybody, to our last segment. And we got phone calls to get to. Let's get
go.
Robert out in Sherman Oaks. Robert, what can we do for you, sir?
Evening, Robert.
How are you guys, the JMJ show? How are you guys doing?
Look at that.
How are you guys doing? Jeff, you're looking great.
Thank you, sir.
Right? I'm so glad that you're in good spirits and stuff.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, doing real well. Thanks.
I'm good.
Stronger every day.
God bless. I got my notification I have to submit my application for the LAPD, the CCW.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to fill out an application and send in documents of where I live. Is that the first step I do and see if they accept it, and then I move on?
Mm-hmm.
Apply. Yep.
Yeah, you gotta apply, and then you'll go through. You'll have to do a DOJ background check. Make sure whatever handguns you put on there, because every county is different. Make sure they are absolutely 100% registered to you.
Yep.
That's one of the big issues that people run across on that.
Why would you do anything different?
Some people. Well, I want to do this one and this one and this one, and I bought this one in 1974.
I'm just going to do. I have. What do I have? I have the.
Well.
Okay, I can't.
Yeah, that's okay.
Anyhow.
Yeah.
Anyhow. Yeah. So, the guy there was like, I have a John Wayne. He wants to convert it. He's crushing my heart.
I think we convinced him to not. So I think we're
have
safe.
one of those. What? Okay, I have fired 2 rounds out of the thing. It's never been fired since. I have one. My buddy Eric has one. It's just like, well, you don't come. What are you gonna put? What are you gonna put like bells and whistles on it? Buy a junky one.
Yeah, that's what we tried to convince him. I actually have a pair of those consecutive numbered. Yeah, it's kind of cool. But boy, I sure want those ones coming up in February. Oh man,
what's coming up in February?
I've got a pair that were that are Marissa Wayne's, John Wayne's daughter,
Numbered to her.
Yeah, numbered to her and to each other. It's the John Wayne, the one that everybody knows, the silver one, and then there's the Duke, which they only made like 300 of, and that one's all in bronze finish, and they're in a box. I mean, they are just to die for.
Have we had a Duke before?
I remember back when we were, I've always been a John Wayne fan. Back when, 18, like, I can only buy the ammo.
Yeah.
Bought the box of ammo. I
yeah.
have one.
Yeah, the one Winchester came out with on his 100th anniversary of his birth is in 4440, which is a whole lot easier to find than 3240.
Oh, yeah.
And those boxes from the 80s, those 3240s, they're getting $100 a box for those nowadays.
Really?
Yeah.
I got like a half a case. I'm probably a case of that with my friend and I.
Well, you're sitting on a gold mine, so keep it.
I don't think anybody's loading it right now.
No.
Wow.
Anyway, Robert, we got other calls to get to. Go ahead.
I just wanted to call and say hello.
Appreciate it.
You guys
Good hearing you, Robert.
From L.A. to Illinois to Thailand, wherever I am, I listen to you guys.
Thank you, sir.
Call.
And we do appreciate it. We'll talk to you again.
God bless all of you.
God
You
bless
too.
you, Robert. It's
Bye-bye.
good hearing from you.
Okay, let's get to Christina in San Diego. Christina, what can we do for you?
Hey, Christina.
Hello, you triple threat, gun-toting slug slingers. I tried to outdo Richard.
Hey,
You're doing
wonderful job.
And Jeff, nobody minds your bitching. That means you're still sick, but we're grateful.
Thank you,
But
ma'am.
I have a little quibble. You're welcome. If you have a catheter, you don't need to get up and whiz. It's done for you.
You know what? I agree, except that they actually had it only sticking out about a foot past, and I had a little bucket that they wanted me to use it in. And I'm not a cat. I'm not going to go in a box. So
all the dignity that entails.
Yeah. So I just I just roughed it and got up and did it myself. Closed the bathroom door, which the nurse was not overly pleased about because I had all these wires hanging off of me. I just stepped on them, closed the
caught in
door.
the hinges.
It's like, hey, lady, there's times I just got to be alone, and this is one of them.
And I want to know that variable rifling you were mentioning at the top of the show. Will that prevent the police from determining which firearm created it?
That's an intriguing question, and while the imprint would be on the projectile itself from the end of the muzzle, I can't speak authoritatively to that because I just don't know, Christina.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Interesting point.
All right, last pop quiz.
You stumped the band.
No. This is a pop quiz.
Oh, okay.
One of y'all will know this. How did a shot get to be named a shot of whiskey?
Old Western says that they would exchange one bullet for a little tiny nip of whiskey.
I knew y'all know. Well done.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for the call, Christina. We'll talk to you
God
again.
bless you, Christina. Be
Bye-bye.
safe.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Same for y'all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And that's how you keep 3240 ammunition in the house. Trade it for whiskey, baby.
Hey.
Well, I always say, if it really hit the fan, gold and silver would be worth something, but lead would be.
Lead always has value, baby.
Yep. You know what? Let's finish the night out with our friend Brent from L.A. Brent, how are you?
Shalom, Brent.
Hey, Brent.
Shalom, you scaredy podcaster shooting gunslingers and Kathy.
Thank you, Brent. What's going on?
Well, I made it just in time for the final rifling twist in our power-packed hour.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
And Jeff, I'm thrilled you're healing and broadcasting so fast. And Jeff, I agree with you that your great Gunslinger radio show is live, bold, brash, with a pounding heart and soul, and is brave enough to invite any varmint onto the air with the guts and gumption, like our friends Richard at the airport and Brent in Los Angeles.
Amen, amen.
Very good, very good.
And also, since you're being so persnickety about Tombstone, I was disappointed that Tombstone didn't have enough sexy scenes with the town's saloon Soiled Doves.
You know, they just kind of breezed over that too. I mean, I'm okay with that part because, they were called Soiled Doves for a reason. You know, they weren't the
all-comer.
Yeah.
Not too savory or clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah. But
and while we're at it, how about we critique the firearm flaws in Gone with the Wind?
Man, it's been so long since I've seen it. I don't know. I don't. Honestly, there in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Even the Duke. I mean, he's shooting an 1873 Colt and an 1892 Winchester in the
Civil War.
Searchers. Yeah, which is supposed to. He just got back. That's why he's still got his Reb coat and saber. Yeah. And so they played a little fast and loose.
John Wayne Alamo. Trapdoor Springfields.
From the future.
There you go.
Well, frankly, my dear.
Yeah.
We have to have a disclaimer. Don't learn firearms shooting and safety from the movie.
No.
And that needs to be stamped on everything up until and including today.
Yeah. Well, and it's so sad because so many experts on the internet get their, all their knowledge from watching John Wick I mean, when you shoot somebody, they do not fly backwards in the air because every action...
There's an equal and opposite reaction.
Yeah,
yes.
so if you shoot somebody and they fly through the air, you're going to be flying the other way.
I'm just glad they're not getting their tips and hints from The Matrix. That's, that's way...
Yeah, so... Anyway, Hollywood, if you're listening, I am for hire. I ain't cheap, though.
Set them straight, baby.
Yeah, I ain't cheap. I can tell you that much. But anyway, Brent, as always, thanks for the call.
Thank you.
God bless
Always a good call,
Brent.
Brent.
We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So just before we end, gonna mention the catalog one more time. We were talking about 3240. And yes, we do have a John Wayne commemorative in there.
Yeah.
So just in case anyone else is looking to pour out some money for some ammo or anything like that, there you go.
There's 620 lots total, folks. And I told them no more than 500, guys, because, I'm going to be tired. I don't know.
This is my final offer. 500 is the last one. When I say 520, I mean 575. By golly, that's my...
600 is... Okay, 620, that's it.
That's it.
It just, people, everybody's trying to get in last minute. Yeah. And it's,
you do what you can.
Yeah, and, it's Christmas time, so everybody could use the dough. And, so we're trying to help people get money as well as sell things. So.
They start the new year right.
Yeah, but go to gunslingerauctions.com, just like the commercial. Gunslingerauctions.com. Go to Gunslingers. We had a big sale this week on Veterans Day at the Azusa store, and boy, it did great. We sold a bunch of stuff on Tuesday last week, nice. and you guys got to stop by there. Say hi to my son Andy and Cal. That's helping us run the store.
Wyatt's still there, right?
Wyatt is still there.
Love that guy.
Yeah, in fact, tomorrow, me, Wyatt, Tim, and James from Orange are all meeting to pick up a bunch of tooling that we picked up for a long-time friend passed away, and his wife needs this stuff gone. So we're picking up a lathe, a mill,
good stuff,
an arc welder from the '60s, and a huge compressor. So we're picking, and I have to stand there and point because I can't do anything.
Not right now, please.
Yeah,
please,
no,
please.
I'm not taking no chances. The doctor scared the what out of me when he started talking about what can happen if I pop this. So
don't do that.
No, I ain't
Cancel
taking no
down.
chances.
Go real quick. I want to give a shout out to the California State Wild Bunch Championships, which will be taking place this next weekend at Five Dogs Range in Bakersfield.
Hey, now.
You know what? And I told them I would love to go, but
you're not in the place to be doing that now, buddy.
Things happen,
Love
so
you, but not now.
I'm not going to go. So maybe next year. All right, guys. That's it.
Oh, man.
We made it through another one.
Again.
So I just want to say, don't forget to smile. Just a little curse. That's a lot of things straight. All right. Thank you, Leon. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you listening. Thanks to everybody in the booth, everybody answering the phones, guys on our sides. You guys, you're the best. We'll talk to you later.
Love you guys. God bless you.